Welcome back, and some brand news in brief now. And the Pew Research Center in the United States finding that social media sites have now surpassed print newspapers as a news source for Americans for the very first time. 1 in 5 adults in the United States saying that they often get their news via social media platforms. With dwindling advertising revenues across traditional media platforms, the print and publishing industries are particularly hard hit by tough economic times. Now, long gone are the days when publishers could only focus on curating one beautiful weekly or monthly magazine. This change has forced traditional magazine publishing houses like Associated Media Publishing to re-evaluate business models, to diversify offerings and find creative ways of incorporating commercial aspects into its existing product in order to survive and thrive.
I've been in this business for 25 years. If you look at the publishing industry model and how the model was and how it has evolved now after major disruption, it's very simple. I mean, we used to have one product which was produced once a month, and now we have 8 products daily, which are our digital and online social media products that are engaging with the same audience, all with different pieces of content, all with different ways of measurement that are embedded into those platforms. So you have to understand those platforms and how those are changing on a daily basis, as well as your beautiful print product, which obviously costs a lot and takes a lot of time and energy to produce.
This has meant bringing people with diverse skill sets into the business mix.
Never mind on the most basic level, where we've had to look for different skill sets. In terms of video, we never had the ability to produce video because in print you don't need video. Now our brands and our audiences demand video. In terms of data analytics, we didn't have the kind of data that is being processed and produced every single day, never mind the ability to analyze the data so that we can learn and get better at what we do. You know, digital expertise, that was a foreign skill set for us. So we've either brought in people who were more skilled than we were in those areas, and then we've learned from them, or we've adapted ourselves. If a person is not using every single platform, they cannot be in a brand business like ours. Now you need to understand, why are you reading a magazine? What do you want from that magazine? In print, on the weekend, on your couch. When are you using Facebook? What do you want from Facebook? Who's using Facebook? What time are they using Facebook? Then you've got to understand newsletters. You've got to understand what open rates are. You've got to understand all the metrics around every single platform. So whenever I'm interviewing anyone, it used to be, which is your favorite magazine? It's now, how do you get information?
In a digital age of instant gratification, Associated Media Publishing realized the need to use their traditional media offering to close the gap between its readers and storefronts. In 2018, the publisher launched its successful Ready to Shop initiative, which truly met consumers in their needs space.
We don't want to be a retailer because that's not our expertise, but at the same time, I think understanding how retail works is just so stimulating. It's an entirely new business. And when I say understanding it, I mean in terms of our teams who are curating product, understanding the metrics of retail and the planning and the different key deliverables of retail. We started this 18 to 24 months ago by testing, through minimal viable product testing, in our pages, the ability or the inclination for the consumer, who's our reader, to actually test this new way of engaging with our product, which was putting QR codes strategically placed, dotted around the brand inside print. And then we said, you know what, if we get one person to actually use the QR code to shop, that's one person more than we had before. And through that, we've started to iterate and refine how we produce the pages. For example, do we use QR codes that are in a different color, but all the same throughout one issue, to flag that wherever you see a QR code, you are able to shop? Because remember, you need to now educate your consumer about this entirely new way of engaging with the product. You need to explain. It's as simple as using the QR code, which is either you can use via Facebook or you could use on a smartphone, holding it over your page, and 30 seconds later, if not 10 seconds, you will be automatically linked from your pair of sneakers that you want to buy to the back end of the retail store, and you are able to purchase it in maximum 30 seconds. Now, instead of you showing me what I'd love, but now I have to go to the shop, I have to buy it, I have to wait, they don't have my size, they don't have my color, I couldn't get a parking space. while I'm actually inside that brand experience, I can have what I want. Who wouldn't want that? So it's almost like the idea that led to the innovation is a good, solid, consumer-focused idea. So it's got a better chance of success. Now you've got to make sure that you roll it out properly and get as many people to test it so that hopefully the new habit sticks. But just at the end of the day, what do you want your brand to be? You want your brand to be relevant to its audience. How are we going to make magazine media, which has for many years shopped the look, found the beautiful costume that you need for that holiday? How are we going to make ourselves more relevant? We're going to satisfy the desire of our consumers.
And coming up on the programme, why a local media expert says we need wall breakers and not wall builders in the communications industry, and why a big furniture brand turned a nightclub into a bedroom.